Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This will be one of the first videos in my series. I do have a driving school. I am a licensed instructor in car and in class in the city of Mississauga, Ontario in Canada. At the same time, although I am licensed to train in Mississauga, but that doesn't mean I cannot train in any other city, as it is the curriculum of Ontario and it is the Ontario driving license. Today we're gonna talk about one of the most mistakes made in any driving test in Ontario, which is lane changes. Now, lane changes is a task that you will be asked to do during the test. One of the things that you will be doing the test is lane changes, turning on right when it is red, turning right on the green, turning left on designated green, turning left on advanced green, changing lanes on the highway if it is a G test, changing lanes not necessarily on the highway if it is a G2 test or G, depending on if the examiner is going to ask you to do lane changes inside the city while doing the G test. You have to be able to do 3 maneuvers minimum during the G test, 4 maneuvers in the G, and that will be the pull over to the right of the street with either uphill or downhill parking, the 3-point turn, and the parallel parking. On the G test, you add to that the emergency stop or the roadside stop. Some examiners will go in more detail. Some examiners will shorten the test depending on how they feel when they ride with you. They say that the first 2 minutes or 3 minutes are the most essential ones, when the examiner will decide what to do with regard to the test, a pass or fail. Although that might not be the case all the time, but as an instructor myself, I do have the ability to know what's the level of that driver in front of me in the first 2 to 3 minutes. There are indicators that will tell the examiners or the instructor what is the level of that driver, new driver, and if there is anything that they will decide if they're gonna pass them or not. It is a packed street right now. Now, a lot of students, they come to me while I'm in training with them. They ask me, can you please book me to help me in booking? And when you book, can you please avoid the rush hour? And I've always told them, why is the rush hour something you want to avoid? Although it is something you shouldn't be fearful of going through. In the mind of the examinee, they think if it is crowded, it's going to be very hard on them or more difficult to change lanes, which is sometimes true. Now, but imagine that if it is going very slow, like what I'm looking at right now in front of me, and you were asked to change lanes. Actually, you will not be asked, or you'll not be required to be on the 60. The street I'm on now is 60. So you are not required to stay on the 60 speed limit, because that is what is required on a normal day, not packed street. You are supposed to change lanes while not slowing down. You cannot slow down when you change lane. I have seen that throughout the years, especially with newcomers with a lot of habits driving in their home country. The moment I ask them to change lanes, their foot is switched right away from the gas pedal to the brake pedal. Actually, if I have a student who is 16 years of age, or I am the first person to teach them driving, it is much easier to show them this trick. Actually, I ask them, whenever you want to change lanes, switch your foot, if it was on the brake, to the gas. And if it's not on any one of them, just keep it on the gas. For the newcomer, they are used to different style of driving. Actually, they have been driving for so many years with either braking or slowing a lot when they change lanes. While I do teach to speed up when you change lanes, if the speed limit is 60, I encourage you to go minimum 60, 65, 66, maybe a little more to advance on the car beside you. How else you wanna pass somebody if you don't go more than their speed? Right now I'm gonna do it. So I did do the signal, the mirror to the right, and I'm changing. I was 60, now I am 65, and I am back to my normal speed. Now this will bring us to, is 65 bad? Are you gonna fail? No. There is unspoken rule inside of the test, which is, I'm not gonna speak it right now, but that unspoken rule is, speeding up is not always failing unless the examinee loses control of the vehicle or about to. The examiner cannot trust them with that speed. I have had many students who, after they finish the test, they come back to me and they say, oh, actually I went 112 on the highway and the examiner never mentioned anything. I always have an answer for that. I tell them, well, you are in control of that vehicle, and when you did 112, there was a purpose, because you wanted to pass. Maybe the examiner asked you to change lanes, and the answer of my student will confirm that always, that yes, the examiner asked me to change lanes, and the only spot I have available, I'm changing lane again now to the left, and here we go. So this is just to cover the topic of changing lanes. I will be getting more videos. I've been asked by many students of mine and non-students to give this topic more attention, especially that I have a channel that I haven't been using. I wish you good luck for your endeavors, and you can, in the comment section, you can leave any question or you can leave any comment.